So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now Wilson on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Zach Ertz has it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On first down, Taylor. Oh, he bowls over it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the Colts 39.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Quick slant to Hamler. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw complete there to Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 34. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will stop right around the 25. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Wilson going to throw for it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ryan to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy.